The first thing that I'd like to show you is that within a few months of releasing Secret Space Volume 1, I hosted a space camp at my home in the south of France, and amazingly we were chemtrailed, and it was witnessed by about 30 people. And there were small spherical UFOs flying around the actual chemtrails. Not only that, but we had fighter jets, military fighter jets, sort of weaving in and out of the actual chemtrail itself. And my property is pretty big. It covers about 12 acres. And they deliberately flew over about 5 times. And as I say, there was about 30 guests doing a space camp where we do UFO watches, and every single space camp I've done, there are UFOs appearing. That is no kidding. And in the clip, you can even hear Bert Janssen, who's a documentary filmmaker like me, saying, "Oh, Chris, it's very nice that you've laid on these UFOs and these chemtrails." I was telling people to look out for spherical UFOs amongst the chemtrails simply because 2 years before, an Enigma Channel viewer had contacted me from Chandler in Arizona and said, "Hey Chris, I filmed military helicopters following a chemtrail plane, and in the footage I could see spherical UFOs." So I was telling everyone, hey, you know, keep your eyes out for spherical UFOs. And it's a very interesting piece of footage. It was filmed on the old-fashioned video format that we had back then. So this is the first Redux additional clip to Secret Space Volume 1, and I hope you enjoy it.
Keep looking for spheres. Train your eyes for very, very tiny objects.
The little one's doing the helix thing as well.
Well, once you've trained your eyes to look for very, very tiny things, it's amazing. You see them all the time.
See the small plane? It's making like a helix. Maybe symbolic.
Oh, they're a lot higher this time. Yeah, it could be symbolic.
That looks fucking symbolic.
Where is the little one? Oh, yeah. God.
Mark's got it.
Well done, man. Well done. It's fantastic. They're very, very high.
When I first came here, I thought, finally a spot where there's nothing to be seen.
They're less than half the size of what they were.
Look at the fucking small one. That's amazing. That is specific. Like the cross trail through it, like a helix.
Well, there's obviously some weird reason why it's zigzag here. It's not normal for a plane to fly in that. It's very strange, so small.
You see, there's no way that this is normal passenger jet activity, because we've seen the thing that yeah, and the thing is that you would never get
all morning. All morning.
You know, I bought this place out in the middle of nowhere to get away from all this bullshit. And, you know, the fuckers have come and found me.
Planes, they're not the same plane. Not the same plane. Yeah, they're different. The one on the right is definitely a military plane. You can see by the shape.
You can hear them now. Wow, this made a big turn.
it's going smack through the middle. Can you see?
Can anybody see the really tiny one?
Yeah, we can see it now.
And it's going
It's following the trail.
Oh yeah, it's in the trail.
There's two of them.
Two in the trail.
Hey, watch the tripod. Get out of the way of the camera.
Sorry?
Get out of the way of the camera, whoever's touching the tripod.
You have to go in the trail. Yeah, in the trail now.
In the trail.
Well, I'll tell you now, this is bloody difficult filming
One
this.
looks like a fucking orb, doesn't it?
Ah, is it an orb? Where is it? Ah, I've got the little tiny one.
Yeah, the other one is in the other trail.
Yeah. Now, can anybody see any spheres there? Train your eyes. Hey,
Hey, one is
it's split off.
Yeah.
He's split off, man. Hey, you can hear sound waves.
yeah, I heard it, the boom.
Yeah.
Trail off.
Wow.
The one that turned off has turned his trail off and he's turned it back on again.
Back on again.
They're dropping another chemical to react with the big chemical.
Yeah, that's it. That is exactly what's going on. Get out of the way of the tripod, whoever's there. Anyways,
Chris, that's an extraordinary fucking view of the little one. His trail is left over there to the left slightly, mate.
can anybody see any spheres or train your eyes on very, very tiny objects on the edge of the thing? Is there a little eeny weeny tiny one still there?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and it's coming back. Like we said.
Where is it, darling?
There,
Look over there.
Okay.
and it's coming back over to join the
It's so difficult. Bloody hell, this is almost impossible to film. This kind of thing, if you watch that on the telly, you have to... I'll tell you what, there's a really... Through this camera, man,
Straightening up into the trail.
there's some very, very weird things you can... Now, he's straightening up onto that trail.
I think maybe he is diverting off the path. Well, I wouldn't say to make
Is the military jet there?
extraordinary vision.
Oh yeah, I can see him, yeah.
Well, there's the fourth one, you can see it. No more blue sky.
He's gone back to that
Well,
weaving thing
I've
again.
seen a lot of chemtrail footage, and I must say, this is the most curious and weird chemtrail event that I've ever seen. The business jet was obviously not flying from A to B, carrying passengers as a normal business jet would. It was actually, I suppose, playing the role of an observer plane, and it was weaving in and out of the right-hand chemtrail. And reviewing the footage afterwards, we realized that there were actually two military fighter jets flying in that chemtrail. Now that we've had time to analyze this footage, we realize that there were actually lots of orbs there, but we couldn't see them with the naked eye, and we couldn't see them through the viewfinder. And the kind of assumption which I've come to after watching this for several years now is that the business jet was carrying probably military personnel who wanted to have a close-up view of these orbs, and the fighter jets were there possibly to protect the VIP military, I presume, on the business jet, or maybe even more sinister than that, perhaps these fighter jets were there and they were actually firing or willing to fire upon the small orbs which we later discovered on the footage after we managed to analyze the footage in the studio. And this was 2006, and this is the first time that this has ever been broadcast, and it was witnessed by more than 35 people, and the sky was completely blue before those jets turned up. after they had left the airspace above my property, it was cloudy for the rest of the day, and it even rained slightly, which is very rare for the end of June in the south of France.